And welcome back to Durban, and of course we are here on Ushaka Beach on the Golden Mile, and what a glorious morning it is. And as you can see behind me, Durban really coming out in all its splendor as it plays host to this year's travel Indaba for the African continent. And it is of course a continental event, and this is where you will have some 9,000 delegates coming through to see what is on show from 19 African countries. About 104 exhibitors will also be here, and there's quite a bit to talk about in terms of what goes into putting together an event of this magnitude. And I'm joined by Amanda Kotze-Nhlapo as she comes through to talk to me about how they would go about putting this together from an SA Tourism perspective. And Amanda is of course the Chief Convention Bureau Officer at SA Tourism. Amanda, good morning. And you couldn't have asked for better weather, you couldn't ask for a better backdrop for this Indaba.
Exactly, and when you listen to that rhythm, you're at Africa's Travel Indaba.
You certainly are. But Amanda, just tell us exactly what you do as Chief Convention Bureau Officer. What does your job entail with regard to this particular event?
Yeah, as the Convention Bureau, a part of South African Tourism, a unit of South African Tourism, we market the country as a meetings and exhibition and convention destination. And so therefore, Africa's Travel Indaba is right up there, one of our stalwarts events and one of our very proudly South African events.
And we can see that there is going to be quite a hive of activity. Managed to speak to some people, managed to meet some of the young exhibitors, and just to talk to them about what will be happening. This, of course, starting today and running until Saturday. Then I heard something quite exciting about some kind of speed dating type thing that you will be doing.
Yeah.
Talk to us about some of the activities that people will be participating in.
Thank you so much. It is really a hype, and it's really a hustle and a bustle, that is going on. So this morning, early, there are the people that are doing speed marketing, but it's like speed dating, and they are telling the world, on what they are doing. We have over 1,800 buyers that are here from 80 countries, so this is such an important event for South Africa and for the continent, of course, to welcome the world here, because the world is here to buy the African product and the South African tourism product, and hospitality is all about welcoming. Of course, we also have to have a good party and make people feel welcome here. So tonight there's a fantastic experience of Durban, for all our exhibitors and all our delegates. And so we are very much, busy to do meetings. There are also, last year we had 48,000 scheduled meetings, and we are definitely breaking the records this year as well. We have over 1,000 exhibitors, as well as we have, 257 from the rest of the continent product that are here to sell to the world.
So, Amanda, how easy or how difficult is it to sell South Africa as a destination where people should bring their conventions and conferences to?
I think it is very easy, because you said yourself, look at how beautiful this, this city is in this region, and that is anywhere in South Africa that you go. But I think the most important thing is our people. If we have a welcoming people of South Africa, a warm, people that we are at the warmest place, they always say, but if we have that, then it is so easy, because people want to connect, and I do think that we have the authentic experiences. We have, of course, all the product, the most beautiful, but if it's without people, I think that we can't sell that.
And of course, then you need to address issues like the infrastructure and of course, just getting around the city, be it this city or any other South African destination that you are selling to the international market out there. How are we doing on that front? Are we able to move people around effectively and, of course, as comfortably as possible?
Yeah, you know, I think we have very good tourism infrastructure in our country, and the provincial tourism authorities really doing a lot of work to also help, you know, to make sure that we have the product and easy to travel. And I think one of the exciting things is that we are also launching our travel week, South Africa Travel Week at Africa's Travel Indaba with the domestic tourism team, in South African tourism, and just to tell people, take that short left, it is possible.
I'm going to take a short left, but just finally, how do we compare to the rest of the world, and especially countries that would be in our bracket as developing and emerging economies? How do we compare in terms of attracting people to come and hold their conferences in our country?
Yeah, you know, we are as a conference destination, we are ranked number 37 in the world, and you know that is if you think of all the destinations that we have to compete, it is really good, and as a country. From a South African perspective for the tourism industry, we are the biggest economy, on the continent, according to the Tourism and Travel Council, World Travel Council. I think tourism really are there to create jobs and to make sure that we have that contribution to our GDP. And the most important thing is to get more people.
Well, and that is, of course, what we're also trying to do here this morning, not just to showcase, but to let you in on exactly what this Africa Travel Indaba is about and what will be on offer. And, of course, much more to come. We'll be speaking to some of the people, some of the entrepreneurs who will be participating here in the speed marketing event and hearing of places that I never knew existed. Did you know that there is a game reserve in Hammanskraal? Yes, they're just up north from Pretoria before you even cross the border into Limpopo or the Northwest Province. Hammanskraal, a game reserve there. We'll tell you a bit more about it later on. And they tell me when you get there, you forget that you're in Gauteng. But of course, much more to tell from this beautiful province and of course, glorious Durban this morning. But for now, I'm going to hand you back to the studio.